Give me a second. Okay, so we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I'm a feminine energy and etiquette coach. I am live streaming on YouTube as well as on TikTok, so I may be looking back and forth. Just bear with me. For those of you joining me live, welcome. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you. I'm going to talk for a little bit and then I will take all of your questions at the end. All right, so let's get started. So, first of all, I apologize to my subscribers on YouTube. I have been neglecting my YouTube a little bit. I've been really full forced focused on my Patreon and my TikTok. But I said I have to come and give YouTube some love. Um, how's everyone doing? Happy Saturday. Is everyone having a good week? I'm so excited. We had our first training session for Charm School this afternoon. I got to meet all the wonderful ladies in my course. If you want to register for Charm School, this semester, I'm going to call it, is full. But if you want to join next semester, I have spots available. We're going to do that in March, so you can get your spot. It's a 6-week series, and we talk all about balancing your light and dark feminine energy, masculine and feminine energy polarity, how to heal your relationships, how to do inner work, level up, all that good stuff, manifesting, everything I love talking about. I could talk about feminine energy all day. But let's get into the topic of today. So, today, what I really want to talk about is wounded feminine energy attracting wounded masculine energy. So, I talk about this a lot on my TikTok, in the feminine energy in film and TV series, the scenes that I show on my TikTok where I'm demonstrating when you get into a partnership with a wounded masculine man, this is how it wounds your feminine energy. You go in your masculine energy because he's in his feminine. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this today was because someone on my TikTok left a comment on one of my videos and said, "Can you talk about The Bachelor?" And I had already done a video about The Bachelor, but I've never really watched it. It's just the concept I was talking about, how there's a bunch of women fighting over one man and how competition uses masculine energy. So it's already putting these women in their wounded feminine energy. But I said, let me go and watch The Bachelor. Let me give it a fair shake. So I watched one episode and I was shocked at what this show was doing. These producers are genius, what they do to these women to create this drama. So let me explain. Number one, the number one trait of wounded feminine energy, competition. So when I was watching this new season of The Bachelor, they made it a point to say how this is a history making season because we have more competitors than there's ever been in the history of The Bachelor. So now they're creating even more drama. They're creating more stakes because there's even more scarcity of this man's energy to go around. So the women are going to be fighting even more intensely, proving themselves more intensely. And you got to understand, masculine energy, or excuse me, competition uses masculine energy. And if you're in my charm school, you know why I say that. That dark masculine energy. We are not meant to fight over anything. I think professional competition, all of that is healthy, but fighting over a man, no. In this dynamic, he's in his feminine energy. He's the prize, and they're all chasing after him. He doesn't have to do anything. He just sits back and relaxes, and he gets his pick of who's the best. And it's actually supposed to work the opposite way. We as women are supposed to rest. We are supposed to focus on ourselves, our bodies, our career, our family, and then pick the best man for us. We're not supposed to be going out and working hard to fight other women over this man. And I was so lost because when I think my mom used to watch The Bachelor when I was a kid, and I thought that he was some celebrity or someone with a bunch of money. And then I found out he's just a guy. I was like, y'all are losing your minds over this man that works at the post office or something? It's crazy. If you in your everyday life are competing with other women for male attention, you're putting him on a pedestal. You're devaluing yourself. So then he's going to think it's okay not to value you. And I really wonder what happens after these women, whoever gets him, right? Whoever fought the hardest and want him, what happens in the relationship afterwards? Does he all of a sudden step in his masculine? I can't imagine because it didn't start off that way. It didn't start off that way with him pursuing her, making her feel desired, making her feel sexy, making her feel like she's, the most wonderful girl in the world. It actually went the opposite way with them praising him, them putting him on a pedestal. Oh, you're so wonderful. And I'm going to get into the next thing they do, performing and demonstrating your value. This is masculine energy as well. This is what men do with women, right? They pursue them, they court them, they take them to nice places, they bring them gifts. And I saw all these women doing that. The very first episode, when they arrive, he's just there, and they all come in riding a lawnmower or on a horse or something. Excuse my cat, she's up here yelling. That they're performing for him. Look at me, I can dance. Look at me, I can juggle. Look at me, I can do this. Oh, I can cook for you. I can wash your car. All of that is performing. And again, it's devaluing you. I want to make myself look more appealing, more interesting to him because you don't think you're interesting enough. Remember, feminine energy is being and feeling. Masculine energy is thinking and doing. Excuse me, I gotta get this cat. She is. Can you get down, please? You want to be part of the video? You want to say hi? This is Charlize. You want to say hi, my little skinny mini? Hi. Where was I? Before I was so rudely interrupted. Oh, and then what I was going to say, after they do all this performing, he doesn't even really seem into it. It's because that's not what he's looking for at the end of the day. He's not looking for a mother. He's not looking for a jester. He's not looking for a performer. He's looking for someone that he can exert his masculine energy on, someone that's going to rest in her feminine, just comfortable. They all seem very nervous. That's why I tell my clients, I tell my friends, if a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? Or what can you cook good? Right? He's asking you to perform for him. I just say, giggle at him. Just go, you're so funny when you're silly. You are so funny when you talk like that. All right, the third trait of wounded feminine energy, and I didn't see this too much in The Bachelor, but I see this in my everyday, and that is dressing and acting raunchy. Again, in The Bachelor, it didn't really apply. They all look very elegant in the first episode, but again, I only saw the first episode. But when I'm out of my everyday life and I see women leaving absolutely nothing to the imagination, again, you're devaluing yourself. Dark feminine energy is mysterious. Even if you have those dark feminine traits you think that you really want to show off. So those signs that you're fertile, fuller breasts, wider hips, curvier, more voluptuous body, you be packing so much more power if you wear something that flatters your figure but covers it up with fabric. The imagination goes crazy. It's chef's kiss. I see so many women posting on Instagram half naked. You're sending out a signal to people saying, I need attention. Someone come send me attention. And what you get is actually very low level attention. You get those, low level guys that are just like, this one looks like, easy prey. Let me go slide in her DM. And those girls probably get a lot of DMs, but they're just valuing you for your body. They're not valuing you for your spirit, your intelligence, your beauty. It's just your body. Think about that. On the same note, stop giving away your life force energy. So I used to be shocked when I was in college, when I would go to a party or something, and I would watch girls on the dance floor. They would go make out with that guy, and then they go make out with that guy. And then 20 minutes later, they'd be sucking face with this guy. And I'm thinking, what? The germs. But you're giving away your powerful life force energy. He's using your feminine energy to level himself up. That makes him feel good. He got a taste of that feminine energy, that sensuality, that life force energy. And you're devaluing it by giving away to people that didn't earn it, cheapening it. Understand what your value is. You have to have standards for these things. I'm not going to kiss a man until. I'm not going to sleep with a man until. And those are your standards, and you never have to explain it. So when I go on first dates with guys, if they ever try to kiss me, I just kind of look at them. I'll back up and I'll go, "What are you doing?" And they'll go, "Oh, it's okay, you know." They don't even question it. And they always respect me more. They're like, you know, now I know you're not kissing every guy on a first date. Now they want to taste that even more. Don't give everybody access to it. And the fourth wounded feminine energy trait that I see a lot, forecasting your future. So if you watch the first episode of The Bachelor, I was so confused because they were all already in love with him before they even arrived to the house, before they even met him. They were like, "I'm so happy it's him, and I can't wait for our wedding." They were handing him printouts of their wedding invitations. They're like, "Oh, I can't wait to be the mother of your children." He doesn't know you. You don't know him. Whatever happened to getting to know you? Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you. What this does when you forecast your future with a guy, it will cause you to overlook red flags because you've already created this future. And so now this future has to come to fruition. You've already built the house, you've already had the kids, you've already walked down the aisle with this man. So if he has a problem, if he cheats, if he disappears for a while, if he goes ghost, if he treats you any kind of way, you will overlook that because you already forecasted the future. Instead of just seeing where it goes, you can have that desire in your heart. I look so forward to being married. I look so forward to being a mom. But don't control it and say, with you. What this will also do is you become attached. He was a perfect stranger not too long ago, and now all of a sudden you're calling him every day. You're getting nervous when he doesn't text you back. And then also you're heartbroken if the relationship ends, if he breaks up with you. That's why on The Bachelor, these girls get sent home the first night and they're devastated. I'm like, you just met him. But it's because they've been projecting this life in their head with this man for so long when they should have just been going with the flow. This will also cause you to put pressure on your relationship. So when you start dating a guy, if you decide, "Oh, I can't wait for this future to come," you're going to be pressuring him. "When are you going to be my boyfriend? When are we going to get married? Why haven't you made me your girlfriend? Why haven't you proposed yet?" You're going to be pressuring him, and he's like, I still got to get to know you." So to sum up the 4 points, wounded feminine energy traits, stop doing these now. Number 1, competition, specifically over men. Number 2, performing and demonstrating your value. Your value is inherent as a woman. I'm not going to say that. I don't know if I can say that on here. Number 3, dressing and acting raunchy. And number 4, forecasting your future. All right, so now let's take some questions. Let me go over here. Let me see. I think I had some questions. What are some signs I'm in my healthy dark feminine? You can't have healthy dark feminine without balancing with the light feminine. So, signs you're in your healthy dark feminine, you're okay being alone. People that are too far in their light feminine, they're very attached, they have to be in a relationship all the time. So, if you're comfortable being alone, if you have very strong standards, or excuse me, very high standards and strong boundaries for yourself and with others. So, what I mean by that is if you uh, have a choice between what you're going to eat for dinner, you can go to Chick-fil-A, or you can cook, nice fish with some rice at home, and you make the better choice, the choice that's going to make you look your best, make you feel like the prize. That's a sign you're in your healthy dark feminine. If you value the way you look, the way you present to people, You take the time to get yourself ready. You have a morning routine, you have a night routine, all of these things. When you have high standards for yourself, strong boundaries for yourself, people don't try to walk all over you anymore because they can see that woman puts a lot of pride in herself. They can't try you anymore. Another sign you're in your healthy dark feminine, you're very creative, you can manifest very easily. You are connected to your hips. This is where dark feminine energy lives, is in your hips, your sacral chakra. And this is where we manifest. So I talk about this in Charm School more in depth because this was a life-changing concept once I got it. Our sacral chakra as women is where we create life. So it's where we can create in the physical realm. We literally make a baby here. So if you conceptualize something here, you can manifest it here, do some labor, you can have it physically in your hands. But that takes powerful cultivating your dark feminine energy. I love talking about in relationships and with myself. Yeah. In relationships, your dark feminine energy, again, boundaries. If you say no, so if someone is trying to cross your boundaries and you don't people please. So, for example, if you're on a date and a guy invites you back to his place, you just say no, thank you. That's healthy dark feminine energy. Wounded feminine energy would go, "Oh, I can't. I have to get up early," or "Oh, I'll go for, a little bit, but I'm not going to stay for too long." You would acquiesce, but you have strong boundaries. In relationships also, expressing to your partner how you feel on the inside. When you think about how we're intimate, men love to know how we feel on the inside. So if you want him to do something, for example, you want him to, maybe you're really stressed out, you're overwhelmed, and you need him to help you clean up around the house. If you tell him, babe, I'm just feeling so overwhelmed and so stressed. It would feel so good to me if you would, help me. Or I love when you bring me snacks in bed. I don't know. But telling him how good he makes you feel or how stressed you're feeling or I'm craving this. I'm desiring this right now. Use words that express how you're feeling on the inside. Oh, thank you for the follow. Ooh, I can invite people as guests. I might invite some guests. I have plenty of time for this live, so if anybody wants to come on as a guest, let me know. OMG, you're so pretty. Thank you, Taurus Moon Things. Thank you. I enjoy listening to male rap hip hop. Does that make me masculine? I wouldn't say it makes you masculine. It might put you in your masculine. Hello, can you not eat my flowers, please? They're dying anyways, but I say mix it up. You can still listen to that masculine music when you want to be in that masculine energy. So sometimes I have a playlist for my feminine energy that I posted on my TikTok, and I also have a playlist for my masculine. So if I'm going to the gym or if I'm going to get some work done and I need to be in that mode of like, I gotta work, I gotta hustle, I gotta be strong right now, then I'll turn on that masculine playlist. You can listen to both, but how does the music make you feel? If it's making you feel like, "Ooh, this is really degrading women, but I like the beat," maybe you shouldn't be listening to it. That's a lot of hip hop music for me. I'm like, I like the beat, but the words, whew. You are beautiful. Thank you. Is enjoying intellectual, logical convos and self improvement me and my masculine energy? Yes, but it is most likely fueling your feminine energy. So, just like you can't have healthy, dark feminine energy without light feminine energy, you cannot have healthy, divine feminine energy without masculine energy. So, if I'm just la di da all day, living in that delusional, sweet, creative, just feeling, taking, doing my hair, my makeup, but I don't think for myself. I don't study. I don't get work done. I'm not going to be my divine feminine energy. I'm always going to be beholden to somebody else. I'm always going to be looking at my parents to help me. I'm always going to be looking at my husband to help me and for my man to do something for me because I don't have that masculine energy in me as well. You have both. However, you don't need to use your masculine energy for a long time. That's why you can get men to help you do stuff. Hey, can you help me with this? Babe, can you help me put this up there? Babe, can you reach that? Women are really good at getting men to help us do stuff, but you should still be able to, work on your finances yourself. Study for what it is you want to do. And a lot of times when you are using your masculine energy to support or to fuel your feminine energy, it won't feel like work. So I talked about this on my TikTok. When I was chasing money, first of all, chasing masculine energy, I thought I wanted to become a real estate agent. And I had to take the real estate course so I could pass my exam. And I remember I had to take the course twice because it took me so long the first time it expired. It was like over 6 months. So I took it again and I was like, I'm just going to focus. And I finally got through it. I passed my exam. And then I realized this is not what I want to do. And I should have known that when I first took the course, how I was dreading doing the work. I was like, this is not my passion. I was not passionate about real estate. Versus when I was studying to become an etiquette consultant, I was all about it. I was on time. I was learning. I was so excited to practice things, teach people things. That's how you know the difference between when you're in your masculine energy and it's draining you. You're in your masculine energy for survival. You're in your masculine energy to serve other people. You're in your masculine energy for money. You're chasing things versus when you're in your masculine energy as a container to further fuel your feminine energy. I hope that makes sense. Let me see. I love when you do videos with Desperate Housewives. Yes. So I've been rewatching. Hello. This cat is so rude. I've been rewatching Desperate Housewives. And so that's another thing I wanted to talk about is how your best ideas will come to you when you just rest. So feminine energy, a necessity of it is rest. And I remember when I was trying to grow my TikTok, I had like 70 followers. And I was like, I don't know what to post about. And I kept trying to like do trending sounds or do something that was going to make the algorithm do something. Or I was like, I have to talk like these other people are talking in my videos or make content like them. And then once I just rested, watching a TV show, watching a movie, I got the idea, oh, this is what I've been talking about. Maybe people will understand a visual of what I'm talking about, a scene, and I can just break it down. And then from there, she's back. And then from there, I made a Patreon where I break down whole movies. So if you haven't seen my Patreon, it's linked in my bio on my TikTok. But I just did a video on Clueless. So I did almost every character in Clueless. I adore that movie. I think my next movie is going to be Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, the one with Brandy and Whitney Houston. Yeah. Thank you. Can you save the live? I am putting the live, I am live streaming right now, both on TikTok and YouTube. So you can watch the replay on YouTube. What is the right age to retire and enjoy life doing what you want to do? I won't know that answer for you. You will know that answer when you feel in your body. Does it feel chaotic? If you were to say, what if I retire right now? Do you feel fear? Do you feel scarcity? Do you feel anxiety? Does your chest get tight when you think of that feeling of retiring? Or do you feel peace? Do you feel comfort? Is your higher source telling you that everything is taken care of if you retire right now? That's the best way I know how to answer that. I'm waiting for my moment to retire. The Desperate Housewives videos are golden. I love the Desperate Housewives videos. I'm still looking for so I have to break down my 4 archetypes of men not to marry. I did one with George Williams, who is the pushover. And I'll tell you my story time of a pushover I dated once. And it was eerily similar to George Williams, although he never killed anybody to my knowledge. So I went on a date with this guy once, and soon as I got to the restaurant and I met him, I was looking at him and just the way he was, just his energy and his mannerisms, I was thinking, this guy is gay. He's got to be gay. He was just so feminine, just like the way he would talk. And if he was talking with his mouth full, he would talk like this. And you know what I'm saying? And I was like, this guy is so feminine. But we had my cats are running around. But we had a lovely time. I leave the date, and then I was kind of just gonna let the conversation die out. I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And so then couple days, every day he keeps texting me, and I'm just trying not to respond, or I'll, send him one word text, and he's still like, "Hey, do you want to go to this place? Hey, how about this place? Da 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 da. How about this?" And then one day he gets upset, and he's like, "I don't know what's going on with the communication right now." Something to the effect of, "But you need to talk to me like an adult." And I said, "Oh, okay, since you want to sass me." So I said, "I'm sorry if my communication hasn't been adequate. I think you're a lovely guy, but I don't think there's a connection here. I wish you the best." And then he goes off, right? He sends me all these text messages. He's blowing up my phone, calling me. And he's like, you didn't even give it a chance to see if there was a connection. I'm like, I went on a date with you. I met you. That was me giving it a chance. And he's like, everybody complains about how miserable dating is, and people keep doing things like this to make it miserable. And I was thinking, because I went on a date and I don't want to go on another one with you. And he said I used him for a dinner, and all this stuff. I treated him like it was a transaction. And I'm just like, this man has lost it. This is, if anything, if I were to keep dating you, then that would be using you for dinner. So when I'm telling you I don't feel a connection. But he just kept going on and on and on. So that's what pushovers will do. They're in their light feminine energy. So they'll use emotion to guilt you to get their way. They'll say, I've done so much for you. I took you to a nice dinner and now you're going to leave me. Or they'll say, I'm always alone. No one loves me. You leave me just like everyone else left me. Emotional. And so then a couple days later, he texts me again and he apologizes for overreacting. And he says that a lot of catfishes find him on the dating apps. And then when I stopped texting him, he got really anxious. So I'm thinking, okay, he's been unlucky in love, like George on Desperate Housewives. So I'm like, I forgive you. It's okay. Maybe I could have handled it better. And then I made a fatal mistake. I said, maybe we can be friends. And of course, he jumps at it. He's like, yes, we can be friends. Do you want to have drinks this weekend as friends? It's like, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. I don't resonate with friendships where we don't have spiritual or deep convos. Is that masculine? No, that's very feminine. Your feminine energy is connected to your spiritual side, that higher power. And if people can't get deep, if they're very shallow, that's a sign to me that they may be in the masculine. They may be in the physical realm. They can't talk about their feelings or um, things that we can't see, taste, things we can't see, taste, touch, smell, hear. Those are really high level conversations you're having. Low level people talk about other people. That's one thing I don't do anymore is gossiping, bad mouthing people. I watch out for people like that. I don't do that anymore. What is it? Average people talk about events. So they talk about the news or this celebrity did this. But high level people talk about ideas. So if you're having deep conversations, spiritual conversations, I think you're on the right track. And the people that can't, they're just not on your level. You should do the movie Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn Monroe. Yes. Yes, that's a good one. That and How to Marry a Millionaire. I might do those two. One of them. Maybe The 7-Year Itch as well. I love old movies. I have a whole list of movies I want to do. I want to do Two Can Play That Game. If you ever seen that movie, I love Vivica A. Fox. Her character, she's kind of like a feminine energy coach. She tries to help her friends with dating. I want to break down Mean Girls again. I want to do the whole movie. I have little snippets on my TikTok, but I never went back and finished. So I want to talk about all of them. I have to see the musical. I haven't seen the new one because I feel like it's logic based. The spiritual conversations, you mean? I don't think so. You too. Go get it. All right. Somebody wanted to join the live. Let me see. Oh, thank you for the gifts you all sent. Thank you. I'm very new to going live. All right, it's saying I can invite someone to join as a guest. Does anyone want to join? I don't want to put anybody on the spot. I thought it's masculine because I constantly need to be mentally stimulated. You might be thinking that it's mentally stimulating you. And again, you need both your masculine and feminine energy. But what I think it is you're ascending. You're constantly wanting to level up. You're constantly wanting to learn more and to experience more and to get deeper with yourself. That's a journey that I went on. That's part of your feminine energy journey. I think that's you're still in your feminine when you're doing that. You're actually in your divine feminine. Oops. Constant self improvement on all levels. Yes, you never stop doing inner work. The more you do inner work, the more your energy expands, the more you can attract. So if you think about the people that have a lot of wealth, that have a lot of influence, they have a lot of fans, they have a huge network of people, they're constantly self improving. They're constantly raising their vibration. They're constantly learning more. They're constantly doing more. They're constantly listening more to other people. Thank you for clearing it up. Yeah, no problem. All right, should I invite somebody? What happens if I do that? Okay, I invited someone. Let's invite more people. I love this. I love being able to talk with you guys too, because just making a YouTube video or just um, making a TikTok, I love reading comments. All of it means so much to me. You guys don't even know. All the support means a lot to me. All right, if no one wants to go live, then I will take a couple more questions. If I really value physical attraction before anything else, is that part of the dark feminine? Yes. So the dark feminine and the dark masculine, that's the physical side of our divine feminine energy. So if you are first looking in your partners of how they look, you're thinking about the pleasure that they can experience with you, you're in that dark feminine energy. Now, I personally don't look at that first because I notice that the men that carry themselves with that energy of I look good, I know I look good, women see me, they think I look good. They think they're the prize. They want you to chase them. So I don't look at that first. But of course, you shouldn't date a slob. You shouldn't date someone that doesn't care about their appearance. But part of that is that spark. So instead of looking at it, does he look good? Does he chase you? Does he make you feel like you look good? Does he make you feel desired? The masculine and feminine polarity is what's going to keep you together like this, like a magnet. That's what keeps the spark. That's what keeps the relationship maintained. The moment that you're in your feminine energy and he goes in his feminine energy, you repel. Or in your masculine, like there's conflict and then you repel. All right, you all. If there's no other questions, and if no one wants to go live with me, I will wrap this up. And again, this is going to be on my YouTube. And again, if anybody is interested in the charm school, next semester is going to begin in March. You can get your spot now. I'm so excited to be teaching this. This is like a manifestation of mine. I kept saying, I want to create a course that covers divine feminine energy, that teaches etiquette, that teaches women how to manifest. And now I have it. All right, guys. Well, I will see you all later. Beauty with brain is a rare combination. Thank you. That's why I said you need the masculine and the feminine energy. You can't just be a pretty dum-dum. All right, guys, have a good Saturday night. I will see you all later. Bye. Let me end YouTube first.